I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. See, we was cool right before it hit your fist. But it hit the fan when I got him down and pinched. But I took a break, I had to leave and go get cleansed. God forgive me for all my sins. I can't say these cause my last name ain't Kent. Cooking on the stove, that's the way he paid the rent. Working on the pole, that's the way she paid tuition. Better watch your soul, cause you know they trying to get it. Yeah, yeah. I learned my right from wrong on a song. I let my heart bleed on my sleeve through microphones. I'm trying to right my wrongs by writing out my wrongs. Ran through a check, cause it's hard to live off bread alone. So if you see me slipping, yeah, let me know. Cause it ain't the end of times yet, I know, but it's getting close. Yeah, I need my space to breathe, that's why I be going ghost. I ain't trying to stay up on that wide road, cause I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. Oh, I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no. They thinking I'm bluffing, but I promise I do it. That K got a drum, like murder and booming. Sending you vert, if I get my little Uzi. They thinking I'm crazy, I'm gon' see you the haters. People I'm saying, get what I'm painting. A picture big, I call it little baby. If I'm on the board, then we playing chess. If you on my way, you gon' need a vest. Act big, you might get stretched. All your gun talk, I ain't impressed. My 45 seen real traffic. That's Dallas, Texas. My little partner called her body for a Maserati. He told him get about the car, hit him with the shotty. That 12 gauge, gave him life in the 12th grade. I tried to write him, but we ain't on the same page. I caught him slipping, I just had to let him know. It ain't the end of times yet, I know, but it's getting close. These demons really out to get you, so you better guard your post. There's certain things I could probably let go, but I can't let them take my soul. Nah, 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 no.
Good morning, everybody. You know who it is, you know the voice, you know the sound. James Bubba Williams, DJ Exclusive, is in the building. Good morning, everybody. Grab your coffee, your tea, whatever it is you need to get your morning started, y'all. Like it or not, here on the Benjamin Dixon Morning Show. It's starting up next. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Roller Drag. Good Ryan Foreman. Good morning, Lily. Tyler Hackner. Good morning, Maureen. Bake Ryman Zeta. What's going on? T Twitty. Good morning, Mama. Love you, Nene. Good morning, Mama. Maureen Weber. Good morning to you. Happy post Halloween to you as well. Laverne Rebels. Brother Lateef. What's going on? Boondocks Dragon. Good morning. Mary C. Good morning to you. Shout out to everybody that is tuned in thus far, man. Make sure that you stay tuned. The Queen will be pulling up momentarily. Good morning, everybody. Wynn Singer from Good Morning. Trevor, good morning. John, good morning to you, John. Tiger, good morning to you, Tiger. Big Peaks, good morning to you. So I got a call this morning from my son's school. Yeah, I have a son. Y'all didn't know that. Yeah, I just got a call this morning from my son's school, and the principal told me that he's been acting up in class. So my response was, he acts up at home all the time, but I don't call you, do I? The hell? Don't call me. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned, man. Another dad joke coming up for y'all. Good morning, everybody. Don't got no heart, I got an icebox. Brand new rolling, swipe at the G-Shock. Moving slowly, I know the street. Laser Sword, Moon Meat, good morning. Came from the trenches, they ain't showing us no love. Tagging in the city, all we wanted was a hug, yeah. We don't
catch a buzz. Get the cash and take my family out the hood, that's a must. Was a hood baby with no soldiers. Bad past never left my mind.
Shout out to Letterhack in the building. Good morning, Letterhack.
Stay sober. Glad to see the sun, but my heart getting colder. Life's so crazy, what we been through. When you die, the only time that they gon' miss you. Tell my mama no more tears, no more tissue. Ooh, just some hood baby.
Good morning, Peter. Peter Griffin. Mace, of course. Mace.
We made it through. I'm just glad we made it through. Hood baby from the struggle. Long time had a hustle. I'm glad we made it through. I'm just glad we made it through.
Boondock, that's a good question, y'all. Boondock said, Bubba, how many dad jokes can you get away with before getting some kids becomes a prerequisite? You know, that's a good question. I've been doing this now for a while, and so here we are. Still no kids. But, you know, the men already called me daddy anyway, so there we go. Dad joke. I'm a daddy, so. Sylvia, good morning. Shout out from Detroit. Industrial Arts, good morning. Snack Panther, what's going on? Uncle jokes, Lily, I like that. Good morning, Oshana. Love you, mean it. Demon Yamamama, good morning. Malia, yay! Congratulations, Malia. Shout out to teachers as well for the super chat. Malia got Student of the Week Friday. Show your love, fam. Congratulations, Malia. That sounds about right, too. I love that. Hey, Malia, I know you hear me. Good morning to you. Malia, you know, yesterday I was at the airport and there was this woman completely passed out on the baggage claim. She's slowly coming around now. It's so terrible. I know it is. Good morning, everybody. Patrice, good morning to you. It appears that we were hacked on Twitch, so we are awaiting an appeal to find out what the hell is going on. It's a lot of Twitch drama going on, so we are waiting to find out what the hell is what. So y'all stay tuned, but we're working on it. We're working on it. Shay, good morning to you, Shay.
Life gets better when you find you, and if you mind you, peace will abide and hide you until it's time to start anew. So live it up, we grown, ain't got no curfew. Who brought the bad vibes? Tell that bitch move. Walking all in my inner, that's a bitch move. Pressed that I arrive, mad that I survive. All your Saturday.
Yeah, I said it right. You said it right.
Oh yes, and that's probably why you're mad. Don't let Evie turn you into a trash bag. So get glad, find out why you sad. All that jealousy, you should subside. I think it's time to turn that mirror on you. Put it up close for a clear view. And look deep down inside. And soon you will find a pretty soul that needs more shine. My world has come together. And maybe I just want to let it shine.
Leave me alone, mama. Leave me alone.
1, 2, mean right hook. come and test me, my mom did what
RS,
she
good
should.
morning
It's
to
a
you.
marathon, but baby girl, never let up. No need for speed, but keep your foot up on the gas pedal. Ain't worried about having a golden award when God made me to be an ice cold medal. Why are you always pressed about my life? Talking with your frenemies about me, saying, ooh, girl, have you seen it like the shy lights? You tried, but you could never dim my light. Please know I'm untouchable, girl. I'll slip through your fingers like a real fly kite. Why you wanna turn a good day into fight night? Constantly projecting all that negativity. Take that bad energy and go and get your mind right. Say a prayer tonight to keep it so tight. You in the big world of danger, cause you dwell in that drama. I put the work in, now I got the big bags that you call Birkins. My world has come together, and maybe I just wanna let it shine. There is no good or better. I think tonight I'm gonna make it mine. My world has come together, and maybe I just wanna let it shine. There is no good.
Henry King, good morning to you. Henry, what's going on? Good to see you. So before my surgery today, the anesthesiologist asked if I'd like to be knocked out with gas or if he could just hit me over the head with a canoe paddle. So it was an either or situation. Get it? Either or situation? Eh?
I got an appetite, let's bake
Oh,
ourselves a
so
treat.
terrible.
What you've been mixing, serve it up the way you please. I love the way you shake, you stir, you heat, you
Mr.
squeeze.
Charles,
So thick.
9 times out of 10, that would sound about right. But this time, it wasn't being. At least we don't think. But Mr. Charles twitches down for the moment until we get everything appealed.
With that
It's some screwery going on, for lack of a better word. So y'all stay tuned, man. We'll hopefully get it together soon. Good morning, Alicia. Alicia, how you come in throwing tomatoes? That is so rude. John, good morning to you as well. And John, the same thing. Y'all just come in just throwing tomatoes at me. Don't know tomato paste give me heartburn. That is rude.
like 5,000 degrees. It's almost ready, we've been craving this all week. Baby, you want it.
And yes, Lily, actually, I am feeling much, much better. It's just that lingering cough around. But I'm feeling great, actually. Mama, you silly. Talking about Bezos is bringing on Trump. The hell out of here. Look on my watch.
Shade it. We can cook up, we can stir up when we hook up, just you and me. With that cream, with that shit.
Harrison, that's how you feel this morning? You see that? It be your own friends. God damn.
Sweet on me. We can cook up, we can stir up when we hook up, just you and me with that cream. With that cream, baby. Pour that sweet on me, baby. Shade it. We can cook up, we can stir up when we hook up, just you and me.
Have y'all realized how Dennis asked some of the dumbest questions? Like, he asked me, when's the last time you flossed? I'm like, bro, you were there. The hell? I mean, like, come on. You know that. Zachariah, good morning to you. Y'all make sure y'all stay tuned. The queen is in the building. Lucky the night is starting up next. Good morning, everybody.
You can't break my focus. All I got right now is attention. Give me the divine intervention. Hey. it to me rise. It won't stop me, watch me rise. No more anchors holding me down. All I need is more. One more hour, one more minute. One more chance for me to win it. Yeah, I want more. Every time I dream, I catch it. I know how to make it happen.
Yeah, that's a whole sad situation. Definitely going to be discussing it today. That's right. Rest in peace. Takeoff.
I've been thinking about the good times. I've been sleeping through the long nights. I've been shining in the sunlight. I've been thinking how I'm alright. There's a reason for my feelings. There's a reason why I'm healing. Yeah, I feel higher than the ceiling. All because of you. You and I were so sweet, so sweet. Talking till we asleep, asleep. Every night I fall deep, but love, yeah. But you really get me, make me fall to my knees, my knees. Every night I fall deep, but love, yeah. Wait a minute, don't you leave before I get to kiss ya. Wait a minute, I don't wanna be without you. Yeah.
All right, y'all, I got lost in the groove for a minute, y'all. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for the get down. Y'all know what time, how we do around this time. Like it or not, it's about to go down. Good morning, everybody. The queen is in the building. Here we go. Like it or not.
Hey, man. Yeah, it's the summertime, right? Let's get it like it or not. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Yeah. Like it or not, it's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. It's going. It's going. It's going. It's going down.
Rebecca Zora's in the house. You know she got a funny story to tell. Talking politics, culture, a real life is. I live in life in the ATL. Benjamin, yeah, that's my man. She's always coming up with the master plan. Politics, dreaming, trying to find the meaning of life. While the feds keeps us in stride.
I am your DJ exclusive. Y'all know who I am. I stay dropping them jams.
Good hope, dad jokes, culture, it's politics. What's here right now is the culmination of all of this. I started out with the mic in my hand, and I ended up with the plethora of fans. I love bringing joy to the people. It makes me feel great, makes me feel regal. I do what I do for you. Tuesday to Thursday, you know how we do. Let's go. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's going down. Like it or not, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going, it's going down.
Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. Like it or not, it's going. It's going. Hey man, let's start this damn show.
Like It or Not with Benjamin Dixon starts now.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning. And welcome to Like It or Not, where we're free to tell the truth and not care who doesn't like it.
And not care who doesn't like it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Bubba.
I know she's befuddled this morning.
Yeah.
I feel it. I really feel it.
So this morning, we come to you starting off our day with some very sad news. Takeoff of the Migos has reportedly been shot dead in Houston um, at the age of 28 years old. Real name Kershnick Kari Ball was fatally shot at a bowling alley in Houston, where he and Quavo were playing dice around 2:30 a.m. Takeoff was pronounced dead at the scene. Two other people on the premises were shot and taken to the hospital. Quavo was reportedly unharmed. And that is the news that we have so far about Takeoff's death, y'all. Takeoff is dead. I know for some people who don't know who that is, it's a big deal for especially Black culture. We're talking
Absolutely.
about 1/3 of the Migos, who we consider to be arguably the best out of the three, our favorite rapper. And Takeoff, the quiet giant, who was vocally incredible, like just lyrically, his style was very different for him to be so young. Quavo's nephew, for him to be so young, and have this flow that was totally different, deep voice. It's, I was just listening to the song yesterday. I had just added it to my phone, didn't listen to it yet, and it was a song that they had dropped together, Quavo and Takeoff, called Messy. They just premiered it yesterday.
Yeah.
And so, I am so tired, Bubba. I know I don't even want to take it there, but gun violence over nothing is ridiculous to me. Allegedly, this murder happened over, of course, they said in the article, over a dice game, but an argument that transpired over a dice game led to, one of our favorite artists not having a life. We know that an argument led to somebody, hating and pulling up and killing young Dolph coming out of a cookie shop. We know that Nipsey Hussle, somebody that wasn't feeling the way they were spoken to, pulled up on him and literally just shot him. These murders that are happening for no reason, like there's no real true reason behind them but hate or anger and the easiness to pull out a gun, how easy it is, especially in hip-hop culture, to pull out a gun. And now this person's life has ended, somebody who has changed our lives in so many different ways. For me, as soon as I got to college, that has Migos, especially Takeoff, has been a part of our lives, our culture, our, for us, coming out of high school, we just learned about Migos. This is our, style, and just like how we know music to be. We hearing something different out of Atlanta. Like, my sister used to go to a club called Mariachis way back then here in Atlanta, where people used to go and do open mic night, and those boys used to be out there. My sister sings, so she used to go and do open mic night years ago, like in the early 2000s, and they used to be out there here in Marietta. These boys were like a staple here, and I know Offset and Takeoff were in a good place. And just to know that, all of these things that are coming, it's so much. I don't like what's happening, that we're losing a lot of our people that, that we love in the rap game to senseless violence, like literally just pulling out a gun because we're upset in the moment. We're talking mess in the moment, and first thing that we do is pull out a gun. If that's the case of what actually happened,
And reportedly, I've been following all morning since I got up, and I saw the video of exactly what happened after, and then I saw a supposed text message that was going out, basically saying that it was somebody from their own crew that pulled the gun and accidentally shot Takeoff. Don't know how
that's what I heard as well.
But you know how the Twitter spaces talk, and stuff can be made up so quickly. Excuse me. So this is a lot of information that's still developing regarding this. So it's a very sad story, Rebecca. And you're right. I'm tired as well too, because it's just like I saw a post that somebody put up, and I wholeheartedly agree. By 2024, we're not going to have anybody to listen to, especially when it comes to rappers.
Look at my t-shirt. I got Diddy, and of course, I got our favorite, BIG. And for our culture, he's not here, right? This is his best friend. He's not here. And the pain that we see Diddy go through and the pain that the world went through over gun. This is also gun related situation.
95, 96.
Early 90s. I'm a kid.
Yep. I
And
was
we're
in high
still
school.
and we're still dealing with this today in just what senseless violence. However, he may have got shot, whatever, but in the hip hop game, we pulling out guns and killing people and folks and over God knows what. Tupac gone. Like all we have is conspiracies. All we have is whatever, but these people were gone due to being shot down. And so y'all, my girlfriend woke me up this morning saying, I don't want to wake you up. I don't know if you heard the news. And I'm like, girl, I'm trying to get up for work, but I need a little 5 more minutes. And she's like, I don't want to do this to you right now. And she dropped it on me, and me and her were just like, because we love the Migos. Again, like this is a big part. I know a lot of people love the Migos. These guys went into every culture, every color, every creed, and so just it really hurts to know that this happened over something so senseless, something so a big mess.
A big mess. Yeah.
And he's not here anymore. Death. I know that we don't know none of them personally, but we listen to their music daily. They are a part of our day to day. Good times, bad times. The same way I was talking about Mika Ben from my culture, just hearing somebody drop dead or just somebody dying or getting murdered, even though you don't personally know them, but they've had effects on your life through music.
Yeah. Absolutely. And
he didn't make it to 30, y'all.
He didn't make it to 30, y'all.
Because of he didn't make it to 30. 28 years old. Quavo's nephew. And now what we're going to do, we're all going to start streaming his music, which is cool and all because it ensures that there's a legacy left. And if he has children or family, money is gone to them. But it sucks that this has become our norm, yo. It really, really does, Bubba.
It really does. And I don't and it sucks because now it's one of those things where we feel, or not we feel, but it's like one of those things where we expect something like this to happen.
Yes.
With every artist, once they get up there to that certain level, Triple X Tentacion, it happened with him. Like you said, Nipsey Hussle,
PNB
Young
Rock,
Dolph,
not,
PNB Rock.
Like this was just the other day. It's too much. It's too many. They're in our lifetime. They're dropping like flies over gun violence. Over gun violence, the freedom just to have a gun and pick it up and go murder somebody trying to rob them, murder somebody because you know where they're going to be, or you hating on them, or some gang related stuff or whatever. These boys don't even have a chance to make it past 30. That's why these companies got insurance on their heads.
Speak on it.
Literally, because they know what this culture brings or whatever. And it sucks because it's not supposed to be like this, y'all. It's not supposed to be like this. It makes me sad. It hurts me to my core, man. It does. I know, people be like, you don't even know the person. This kills me to my core because it's like a 28-year-old that was supposed to make it out, our favorite out of the three, man. Takeoff was supposed to make it out. He was supposed to make it out, man. And this is wild to me. Over a dice game will be how he left this earth. An argument.
And especially because, and if the stories are true, that he was just standing there, not even involved in anything going on, but just standing there.
And the people who are posting it, who were there, who posted his body online.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all gotta be like sensitive. I did not know. I tried to click on the article, it wouldn't come up, right? I was on the phone with my girlfriend and I'm just like, we're just really mourning what's going on, trying to process more so in
Right.
a mental crises. And because it's like that's the first thing that we're waking up to. We are already as a people, especially Black folks, just every day has been stressful for us. And
Mm.
waking up to another murder of of somebody we know to be like a part of our lives, our workouts, our us in the clubs, us at the cookouts, whatever. Like Migos, 1/3. And here we are, and just like I click back on that page and I see his body on the floor with blood. I did not know I was gonna see that, and it just really sent a shockwave through my body. Y'all gotta really these things that y'all posting about people, families. I don't care if it's like a public figure or whatever. Posting that online freely, nobody really having the opportunity to know what they're gonna see is very triggering.
It is, and in these days now, society makes it so easy for people just to want to go viral and get that money or get that exclusive. People have no respect for the dead anymore, like they used to.
No.
Same thing with PNB Rock. Minutes after he's dead, video of him, his lifeless body on the ground, blood everywhere.
Yeah.
Same thing with Takeoff, like you said. It's just like these days they don't care. It's gonna make them go viral and make them get that money. That's all they care about.
Man, rest in peace, Takeoff, man. It was hard
Ooh.
this morning, Bubba.
It was, and my whole thought process of thinking about everything. I know that all of them had some beef going on. Didn't know if it was resolved, and
I thought about
just
that
knowing
too.
how Offset is feeling right now, I know that he's just. I know
Rest.
Offset is going through it right now.
I was thinking about that.
Oh,
Offset having a issue with both, his brother cousins and brother
yeah,
nephews, all of them being family and being in this place. And I think about that, y'all. We are holding on to grudges.
man, Rebecca.
And we got this pain with a sibling or a friend or somebody that we love so much, thinking that we're going to have enough time to get through the grudge and be with them again, or have another day to allow us to grudge with this
Yeah,
person, and we just will have that. And that person, it dies the next day, or dies at a time you didn't expect, and you thinking you got another day to continue to fight with this person, or continue to not talk to them because one day y'all figure it out, but right now you're not ready to speak to them. And it sucks because sometimes it's warranted, and you don't know what life is going to bring, but that to be the last moments that you have with that person, it's
a lot.
it's a lot, man. I think about that for him. I think about
Yeah,
that for Quavo, who's seen that on site to be Takeoff's uncle, and I know they're close in age, but was promised to take care of that his nephew. And nah, man. Gun violence. People with guns, I don't care, man. It really bothers me. And it's just having guns for fun. And as soon as something you get upset, hype off emotions, you pull out your gun. We can't even go out no more like we used to. We can go to, remember back in the day, you can go to a club, leave the club, stand outside at the let out.
right.
And people arguing, they might fight a little bit and security take them outside or whatever. Now it's so common, you can't even stay at the let out because somebody might drive by and do a shootout or whatever the case may be. Just recently at Florida A&M University, or it wasn't at Florida A&M University, but it was in Tallahassee during homecoming. I used to be able to walk the streets during homecoming, mad people outside. You guys know how it gets crazy, the amount of people outside. and people were shot in this last weekend. I don't. It's a sad day. Another sad day. We can't get a break. It's another sad day,
Can't get a break.
especially in hip hop. We've lost, I would say, a pioneer of his kind. These boys came out with a sound that was like no other.
None.
These boys made their own sound, especially Takeoff's tone was so different. His voice was so different. Um, Everybody knew, who was left off Bad and Bougie. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows Takeoff to be a silent giant, somebody who gets in the booth and is different than the two that are supposed to be the popular ones or the most different or the most liked. We lost a great voice in hip hop right now. They stood the test of time. I met these boys in lyrically and musically 2007, 2008, when they came to our radio, 2006, and we're in 2022 and they're still making an impact the way that they are in the game. Only Takeoff to be the youngest one at 28 years old. Back then he was a baby, 17, 16. 28 years old now, y'all. Didn't make it to 30. A lot of people in the game, a lot of people who are public figures have this fear, and that has a name, where they're not going to make it to 30. A lot of people have that fear. I had that fear for a little bit because I didn't know what the world would look like, but that you're not going to make it to 30. This young man did not make it to 30.
Yeah. Ours was making it to, it was like at first it's 24. When I was growing up, it was always said we weren't going to make it past 24 years old. So when I crossed that milestone, it was just like, man, my expectations being a black man growing up in America in the 80s and the 90s, not going to make it past 24. If you make it past 24, then you succeeded in life. Nobody could give the cheat code for after that because a lot of people didn't know. So it just seems like now that age has gone up. Now you got to make it past 30. And I worry about, I have a lot of friends that are younger than me, and I worry about all the time because they're dying so young these days. And it's like, here it is. Like I said, we only had to worry about making it to 24. And now it seems like they got to be the ones to make it past 30 because it's not guaranteed.
Man. Well, that's all we got on Takeoff and his murder. We are very, very extremely saddened by the news. I know that as it makes its way across social media, we are early in the morning as it makes its way across social media. Already, it has been affecting lots of people. Other rappers have taken to their social media to pay their respects. And it's just becoming too normalized. And as we continue to get news surrounding the murder of 28-year-old Takeoff, 1/3 of the group Migos, we will share it with you here on Like It or Not. So rest in peace, Takeoff.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot has been going on this weekend. I want to first start with C1. Pelosi and her husband. We're talking Nancy Pelosi. The man who used a hammer over the weekend to attack Paul Pelosi, who was the husband of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi, has been charged with a litany of crimes, including assault, attempted murder, and attempted kidnapping following last week's break-in in the couple's San Francisco home. The U.S. Attorney's Office and San Francisco District Attorney announced on Monday. David DePape, 42, was charged with one count of attempted kidnapping of a U.S. official, according to the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Northern District of California. That charge relates to Nancy Pelosi, who DePape told police he planned to hold hostage, according to an FBI affidavit, also unsealed on Monday. Paul Pelosi called 911 at 2:23 a.m. Pacific time on Friday, and police arrived at his house 8 minutes later, according to the affidavit. When the door was opened, Pelosi and DePape were both holding a hammer with one hand, and DePape had his other hand holding on to Pelosi's forearm. Nancy Pelosi's husband's forearm. And this is according to the affidavit, saying Pelosi greeted the officers. The officers asked them what was going on. DePape responded that everything was good. Officers then asked Pelosi and DePape to drop the hammer. At that moment, DePape allegedly pulled the hammer away and swung it, striking Paul Pelosi in the head.
Wow.
Pelosi appeared to be unconscious on the ground after the blow. And this again was according to the affidavit. Conservatives such as Donald Trump Jr. took to his social media to attack Paul Pelosi and the incident being quite insensitive, with a tweet saying, or retweeted something that said, "Got my Paul Pelosi Halloween costume ready." And in the picture, it's a pair of whitey tidy Hanes underwears and a hammer. And Donald Trump Jr. puts in his caption, "OMG, the internet remains undefeated." This is a fool. And then here he tried to respond saying, "Dear fact checkers, this has nothing to do at all with anything going on in the news," and simply posting a cartoon of what appears to be an altered South Park scene. The top of the thing literally said Pelosi on it. And you're retweeting that. You are a piece of trash, Donald Trump Jr. You are insensitive. You're nasty. I don't care. I don't really care about the Pelosi's like that, but I would never want nothing to happen to them in that way. Yeah. That is ridiculous. These are high-range public figures.
Yeah.
These are our nation's leaders. And there was somebody who had access to get to Paul Pelosi. He is about, I think, over 82 or 82 years of age, somewhere around
85,
there.
I think. Yep.
Yes, an elderly man, and to be hit in the head with a hammer if somebody's breaking into his house wanting to take his wife hostage in the name of your father, Donald Trump Jr., in the name of the last administration. We knew what happened on January 6th, where they took her laptop. She's been a target. She's been a target. The fact that people are easily accessing these high-range nations leaders
makes absolutely no sense.
How are we doing this?
Makes no sense. And he was going after Nancy. My whole thing is, even though Nancy Pelosi wasn't there, why wasn't there any other type of security there around the house to protect them? That just goes to show that these people don't care. And then you have the right, people taking it to the right to say that, he was with the gay man or something. It was just a whole lot of stuff that was just like, I can't believe that y'all would just come out with this stuff like
they're making up rumors or like
rumors.
What?
Yes. It just makes no sense. Then they're talking about he planned to, if Nancy Pelosi was there, he was going to break her kneecaps.
Yes. Yes. Now it's ridiculous how they can lay out, and then the incident happened in front of police officers. It's ridiculous how they can lay out the incident and have it like a play-by-play of it. I still think about this as these are our world leaders. These are our nation's leaders. And the fact that they were able to come in, look for Nancy, hit the husband in the head with a hammer in front of police officers. Police officers are just questioning. This is an 82-year-old man. We're over 82-year-old man, elderly man, who was knocked unconscious. Pelosi could have lost her husband that night over somebody who was fighting for whatever reason, holding her hostage to have what? For what?
For what reason? For what reason? Like what was the end game? What was the end game?
Not only did Donald Trump Jr. tweet. Elon Musk also tweeted.
And that's who it was. Also, that's what I was about to say. Elon. That was
Yesterday.
Elon's tweet.
Elon, who is now the owner of Twitter. But Elon Musk also tweeted on his Twitter, on his internets. He retweeted. There was somebody who tweeted out the awful truth. Paul Pelosi was drunk again and in a dispute with, and like you said, the rumor. And here is Elon Musk replying to Hillary Clinton, saying there's a tiny possibility there might be more to the story than meets the eye. And somebody retweeted and said, when the world's richest man, owner of this very, and this is another Twitter user, Yael, said, when the world's richest man, owner of this very site himself, traffics in conspiracy theories, days after claiming to advertisers that he's going to be a responsible leader, all I can say is, I'm not overreacting by expressing my concerns. Actions will always speak louder than words. Okay. And he completely deleted the tweet. Nobody knows why it was. Nobody understands. But it definitely shows Elon's power is like Donald Trump's power. Even without Donald Trump having access to media at the time, Donald Trump can put together a group of domestic terrorists to go and head over to the Capitol and put all them people's lives at danger in partnership with people who were leaders, but more so on the side of Donald Trump. So it's dangerous when Donald Trump Jr. retweets some BS like that, because you're putting these people's lives in danger. You're allowing them a floor to agree with whatever the hell you're putting out because they look at you guys as leaders, Donald Trump. And the people who went to the Capitol or people who are all in support of Donald Trump, and to know that Elon Musk, okay, we knew where he stood during the elections. We knew where he stood. He made it clear. He knew who he partnered with. We seen him vocally speaking his piece, riding the fence, but choosing a side. And for him to put out propaganda, lies, conspiracy theories, the same way that Marjorie Taylor Greene has a page that still sits up on Facebook. Conspiracy theories about the shootings and murders and the school murders and things of that sort, pushing lies on the internet to a group of people who are already culty in the name of Donald Trump, giving them the green light to go attack these people, especially if they're near the parties or whatever. That's why it's dangerous, Elon Musk, and he is now on the internet, owner of Twitter. Owner of Twitter. And it's very dangerous because it puts our world leaders now. We thought we were in trouble. If our world leaders are in trouble and you're sharing this information as the owner of Twitter to a cult already on that in that social media platform, it's dangerous. Okay? Speaking of our new Twitter leader, Elon Musk has now acquired Twitter. A lot of people say they are leaving, officially acquired, I should say. A lot of people say they are leaving. Twitter disrespect and Twitter, the N-word has now been used on Twitter. I think it went up 500%.
Oh wow.
It increased. The N-word on Twitter has now increased, and it's now giving basically, since Elon Musk became the leader on there, all the people that follow him, we know who they look like, we know who they are. They are now on there and constantly using the word to see let's see how we can utilize the word and not get kicked off or not get banned for our free speech on here. This is a dangerous playground now. It already was dangerous, but we knew Twitter might ban somebody for using the word COON, the Kunta Hotel. They would ban you or not even ban you. They would put you into what we call Twitter jail back then. Now your account gets suspended for a little bit. Using the N-word, you would get your account suspended. The usage has gone up 500% for the N-word.
Wow.
LeBron James took to Twitter to talk about it as well, or took to his social media to talk about it, saying there must be something done. Because if you are now allowing this to be a thing, it says so much about you, Elon Musk. A lot of people have now called out, the new owner of Twitter, have said they're going to leave, have talked about the new racism under the cult leader, that's going to be available to everybody. We see what can happen. You think that it can't happen, but we see what can happen when our leader really doesn't give a damn, and they are untouchable virtually. Elon Musk is basically untouchable right now. He's tweeting out conspiracy theories as our leader on Twitter.
I'm about to
Not
say,
my
who
leader.
leader? Not my
Not my
leader.
leader. But also those platforms allow these randoms that move around the name of Donald Trump to plot and plan for free. Okay, Facebook was used to plot and plan them the domestic terrorist attack over there to the Capitol.
Yep, sure the hell was.
Now Twitter, we see the usage of the N-word has gone up 500%. Elon Musk has yet to say anything about that. Anything about that. Now, the blue checks thing, right? Twitter is considering offering verified accounts to users who are willing to pay $19.99 a month for a subscription service. This is also the doing of Elon Musk, and it may take away the coveted blue check marks of existing users if they do not start paying for the product within 90 days. And this is according to an internal document viewed by CNN. It's possible the plan and pricing could change as Twitter's new billionaire, Elon Musk, works to put his stamp on the world's arguably most important social media platform. It also is unclear if some verified users may be exempt from paying the fee. Many international organizations and charities, for example, are verified on Twitter. The changes would update an existing paid Twitter feature known as Twitter Blue, which currently costs $4.99 a month and is available in 4 countries, including the United States, to include the verification feature. According to internal Twitter planning documents viewed by CNN, it appears the pay for verification feature would only be rolled out in those 4 countries to start and will be priced at $19.99 a month. Musk has moved quickly to shake up Twitter, including by firing its top execs. Yep. In tweets over the weekend, Musk polled his followers about whether to bring back Vine, Twitter's defunct short form video service, and said absolutely in a response to a user's suggestion to rethink the platform's character limits, limiting our characters, And we just got it thus far. It's unclear how committed Musk is into pursuing any or all these changes. Whatever to that news. I want to go back to the 500% of the N-word being used.
Right, because child, what's going to happen with the blue check marks is just going to be celebrities going to pay for it and keep it if they even decide to go
Not
for
only
it.
celebrities,
And who cares?
influencers has been fighting for this. I like.
It's like literally, who gives a f? Because the blue check don't mean a damn thing these days.
But
Really
the
don't care about it.
500% going up on Twitter about people using the N-word with the hard ER at the end in the name of who they are supporting, Elon Musk. Elon Musk, the people, is associated with Donald Trump Jr. in every single way, because we see what happened with Nancy Pelosi's husband and how both Elon Musk and Donald Trump Jr. jumped to the opportunity to make light and fun of the situation and spew out conspiracy theories as head of Twitter. Do you guys know how dangerous this can be for so many people? Especially Black people who already had to make their own side on Twitter because we weren't allowed to just have conversations for free. Black Twitter had to be created. Elon Musk has already stated a few things that we know are going to affect Black Twitter, especially our free speech. But people can get on there and say the hard ER. It's not fair. It's not fair. A lot of people are coming up. We see as our influencers on the app are now looking to remove themselves. Some have already started the process. I seen Shonda Rhimes said she's not going to be no longer on the app. A few other people who are in news I've seen who said they're not going to utilize the app any longer. And we know we go to Twitter for that type of stuff. We go to Instagram to catch up on that type of stuff through pictures and stuff. But Twitter actually is a lot of people's first stop when it comes to obtaining news or dropping some information or tweeting about whatever. Twitter is usually people's first stop. And now we're going to be dealing with more racism, less of our faves on there when it comes to Black voices. Mm-hmm. I know Olay actually took to Twitter and said something that I can agree with. We got to be in the fight. For those of the people who decided not to, I get it. You don't want to be on there supporting Elon Musk. But for the ones who are staying on, it's almost like we got to fight it till it's gone. Be amongst that until, still telling them, Black Lives Matter, but on some real stuff. You know what I'm saying? Still sharing what's happening in our communities to a plethora of people, having the conversations that need to be had. And I think that still is a space for that. For people who decide to be off of it, don't get me wrong. I understand, baby. I understand. I get it. I definitely get it. So we'll see what Elon Musk decides to roll out with. He already isn't doing a good job as a leadership. It's giving dictator.
Okay? Oh yeah, absolutely.
And he's allowing a certain group of people to already be targeted. 500% up since he's been, and he ain't been there a whole week.
If people were smart, especially us as Black people, we got to understand there's strength in numbers. All our ass decide to get the F off of Twitter, he ain't gonna have nothing to it ain't gonna matter. Really won't matter at all.
And that's one thing I will say, and the only people that can get into this conversation is people who look like us in the comment section. I don't want to hear from nobody else.
Hello.
In this particular moment right now, in this minute, that's one thing I can say for us. I always try to speak highly of us and how we get together, because one thing we can do is get together. But in times and in moments that we need to get together that mean the most, for instance, I still got my Gucci things and stuff that I have that I purchased or whatever. But when Gucci made that comment, we shouldn't have been purchasing from Gucci.
Yeah.
A simple apology shouldn't have been enough. They should have been X off of our list of anything to purchase. And we should have actually collectively gone together, not waited to that moment, but gone together to start shopping Black and remained that way. But it's something in us socially that was just not the thing that we can do for some reason. We saw, I'm sorry, I'm going to take it there. We saw how the Jewish came together and blacked out. Blacked out one of the most powerful people in the world. And we talking about Kanye. Jewish folks said, Kanye's a friend of mine, but you're not going to talk about Jews. You're not going to disrespect our culture. You're not going to disrespect our people.
Right.
You are cut from anybody that we're associated with. Black people, I feel like we don't know our power. We don't know our power. We can shake something up where Starbucks can go and shut down all their restaurants around the world for one day to now create a diversity and inclusion program so big that everywhere the company is now actually tapping into their their diversity and inclusion program that collected dust for so long. Now they done hired all these people. We saw what Netflix did. They created a Black Voices type of thing during the pandemic, capitalizing on Black murders and all this stuff, and they were creating Black contents and all this stuff. That whole department has since been shut down. That whole department has since been shut down. We got strength in numbers. We keep going where we're not really accepted, man.
Yeah. And I had to read this comment because somebody said it really good. Tiger Shark Studios. We just have stupid, jealous people in our group.
Bad apples. What they say, crabs in a barrel, bad apples.
Crab.
That's all of it. All of it.
Yes, Rebecca, yes.
We cannot like somebody together, and in our group, we can reprimand that person. We can reprimand that person. But the fact that we let, and y'all could fight me on this, we let other people do the doing for us and then be like, yep. But when that other group disrespects us, we only give them about 2 to 5 business days. People that are celebrities and influencers who are Black will go and support the people who hurt us, continuously support them, buy their stuff, make excuses for them. Our Black community does not need to make excuses for Kanye West.
At all.
We do not need to make excuses for Kanye West. But we also don't need the other people, other outside people, to do our work for us. Let us handle this in our group chat. Let us take care of business. I don't like the way, because now it's looking racist. The people online that's saying in the N-word 500% are the Elon Musk supporters who are utilizing this time. Because just the other day, you don't recall, before the comments were made, he made the comments about White Lives Matter. And yeah, y'all can fight me on this too. Nobody gave a damn. And I'm talking about us Black folks. We really didn't make that much of a big scene. We made excuses. I made a big scene. Other people made a big scene because we were feeling we on this show, we was feeling disrespected. But you had the Black folks who want to find, oh, he's so genius, he's so da-da-da-da, he's this and that. And the world didn't care. Nothing really shut down about that. No, nothing. But them Jewish people don't play. They heard about what happened. They got together, even if they were like, Kanye's a good guy, but hell no.
Right.
They got together saying, I don't even mess with this guy over here who owns such and such records, but he called me to get Kanye off of XYZ. He Jewish. We're going to work together. We're going to make sure that happens. When it comes to us, we find excuses for the other, this and that, blah, blah, blah. Balenciaga is a great brand. Balenciaga is a band that doesn't hurt the people. Balenciaga let people really get on their runway and wear a White Lives Matter shirt. That wasn't too much, though. No, people continue to wear Balenciaga. Some people who look like us actually vowed to go purchase the brand with that shirt, with that wording on the shirt. So this is about, and that's again, this is us at our table, in our meeting room, Black folks. And we can agree to disagree on this. There's so many different ways we can look at this, but one way I can tell you that Jewish folks didn't try to do is say, you know what, I don't like the way you're handling this. They just made one phone call, and they don't even if they didn't even like each other, if they didn't know each other, let's band together and shut stuff down.
Right.
And it is because they have a lot of access to whatever. But the ones that look like us who have access to whatever, sometimes they side with the other side just to continue to make sure that they're continuing to make their money or have their place in the industry.
Yep.
They're not willing to make the phone call to their next brother about canceling Gucci. Blacking out for one day or 1 week is all cool until Gucci gives an apology, and then we back on the scene with him, right? Don't get me wrong. Like I said, I got my Gucci stuff. I do wear Gucci. I felt like, maybe somebody should stop me in the streets and be like, now, you shouldn't be wearing Gucci. Nope, because my brethren is going to be wearing Gucci too. You see what I'm saying? Like, we're not really held accountable. And when we are, the conversation, the argument is not something that we can be like, listen, y'all, even though we don't agree right now, the outsiders can't see that we're not agreeing right now. So we'll come to the conclusion and just gather around and say, right now, we are going to put Kanye to the side, respectfully. No, we make excuses. Because you know what people on the right do for Donald Trump? Even though they clearly did not support, they supported him for that 8 years. And as soon as he got out, those people on the right who did not support him now can freely speak, right? But in that time, they made sure they kept him in office and they supported him. for that 4 years, excuse me. They supported him. They pushed for him. So here we are. Here we are. Whew. It's been a heavy day, heavy day, heavy day. Speaking about our Kanye Yeezy West, he took to social media again. I wish we didn't have another story about him.
Child, every week with this man. Stop.
It's true. And again, I feel like we needed, when I'm talking about Kanye West, y'all, everybody can get involved in the conversation. But when I'm talking about certain things about Kanye West, this is for people who look like Bubba and I. And that's no offense. There are certain things that y'all can't tap in on in the conversation. But I do know that our allies do see what's going on. And they know what he's doing is hurting us and how it's hurting us. They get it. They get it. Whether you think Kanye's a genius, whether you don't think Kanye's a genius, Kanye is going through a mental breakdown where he knows what he's doing and he can blame it on his mental breakdown. He is consciously aware. He's self-conscious. He knows what's going on. But I feel like he didn't know. He didn't know. He didn't know on Monday when he made them comments that by Friday he wouldn't be in the place that he was in on Monday.
Okay.
Because going to Drink Champs was one thing. And you went straight to Tucker Carlson, and Tucker Carlson could have given two damns about what you said on his platform. You watch that interview, he doesn't give a damn. He wants you to constantly say white lives matter.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't care about anything else you were saying, Kanye. He kept saying, so when you say white lives matter, Kanye, that's all he was worrying about. And as soon as you made those anti-Semitic statements, you haven't been invited to them platforms since.
Since then. Mm-mm.
But when you want to apologize, you went to go speak to Piers Morgan.
It's going deeper and deeper.
So here we go, y'all. Friday night, this past Friday night, the paparazzi caught up with Kanye West, who offered what the media is calling an apology for the comments he made in reference to George Floyd. West was recently went onto the podcast Drink Champs, and we talked about that, to declare Floyd died from fentanyl. And this was in a documentary from his best friend, like literally supported by his best friend, Candace Owens, who was also Black, and not due to the homicide under the knee of Officer Derek Chauvin. If we do have a clip, let's take a look at what Kanye said. All right. We're having trouble getting that clip. So in the meantime, I'll just wait for Josh. If you can just pull up a clip. I want people to hear exactly what he said with this particular story. But Kanye took to the streets, and of course, you had media actually coming to him to see what he was saying about what was going on. And he said, quote, "When I see that video as a Black person, it hurts my feelings." He continued on to say, I know that police do attack and that America is generally racist. And I understand that when we got to say Black Lives Matter, the idea of it made us feel good together as a people. Now, afterwards, there were some things where the money went in order to push us to the Democratic vote. And he was speaking of the Black Lives Matter organization and the people who head that organization. The rapper also went on to say that although Adidas actions and the media at large, he now understands the hurt he caused by spreading the misinformation about George Floyd's death, saying, quote, "So when I finished the death, or when I questioned the death of George Floyd, it hurt my people." He continued, "I wanted to apologize because God has showed me by what Adidas is doing, by what the media is doing, I now know what it feels like to have a knee on my neck right now."
Now you regret it.
Now he regrets it. And so,
yeah, and looking at it, Rebecca, I don't actually think there is a video because I'm
There is a
searching
video. I
now.
watched it. I
It
watched
is,
it.
yeah,
I
because I'm
definitely
only
watched it.
seeing yeah, I'm not seeing one at all. If you see it, if you got one back, I say post it because
No,
I
it's
don't
good.
see it
I
at
already did the
all.
quotes. I already said the quotes, so I think we're
Okay.
good for now. But like it's for me, it's like, are you accepting to the apology, Bubba?
I'm not even paying no attention. I ain't even hear what the hell he said.
He basically apologized and said he now knows what it feels like to have a knee on his neck.
Oh, because you done lost all that money and you got removed off of everybody's billionaire list, and now you did it to yourself. You reap what you sow. So it's good to apologize and everything, but at this point, I really think that it's too late because your damage is done. So you can apologize all you want to, but right now you're just apologizing to try to save face and save money.
Yes.
We don't
Yeah.
want your apology.
Yeah. And I think at this point, here's that conversation that I was saying we're having. We don't care. That's in-house. We
do
don't
not
care. The knee to the neck, that George Floyd experience, and you said on Drink Champs, a Black podcast that is very popular, and denounced his murder by police officer Derek Chauvin, knee to his neck. You pushed conspiracy theories. See, just like the right did. And they invited you on to their shows. As soon as when you talked about Black, when you talked about George Floyd, which we saw what George Floyd did to the world, y'all. The whole world protested. The whole entire world protested. There's a video that's showing all around the world people protesting in the name of George Floyd because of what happened. Okay? And now the right and people who the right-wing media was eating it up. They wanted so bad. They wanted so bad for Kanye to come on their platforms to say white lives matter. And since Kanye said that, I just seen a few commercials on my TV that talked about how white lives matter. Literally saying to vote for, I own my grandmother. They said to vote for certain people here in Georgia because Joe Biden and our other leaders here had allowed Black people to get help first during COVID-19 when it came to getting vaccines, had allowed Black people to have more programs that help them. They had pictures of just white folks, blue eyes, blonde hair, and flashing them as if they were oppressed people in this commercial. Saying to vote for people who can protect white folks. Essentially, white lives matter. And they couldn't wait to have Kanye on their platforms to keep just making him repeat that white lives matter, as if we act like white lives don't matter. The nation, especially this one, the world, but this nation specifically believes that Black lives don't matter. Not even from its inception, from when it was stole, when they stole us to bring us here, the blood, sweat, and tears that we created to take care of the kids that didn't belong to us, the houses that didn't belong to us, saw families and generations get separated because Massa was upset. Or because Massa thought that this enslaved person would be more valuable elsewhere. Sold people for $1, 25 cents, or whatever the currency may have been, the value of the currency back then.
Right.
Historically, some people can't find their families. Historically, some people can't trace anything back to, but to hear Ben talks about it all the time on the show. He can trace his family lineage back, centuries.
Yep.
Because of the ones that were brought here and who were enslaved. And the white folks that swear up and down that they own this area can't trace their people back in this country but a generation or two. So, man, the fact that they utilized Kanye in that moment and we supported it, and I got to speak for us because some Black people supported it and said, you know what? It's just him being a genius. It's just him being, himself. And y'all got to dig deeper into what he said. But as soon as he spoke about Jewish people, baby, he what?
Killed his whole career.
Them same folks that was allowing him to speak against Black folks on their platform never called him back. They didn't call him back. I want the best for Kanye. He's hurt us, but that doesn't mean I got to bring him back to the house, but I don't want him to die mentally. He's brought us into the group chat. He's denounced us as his family. He's put up white folks, especially after he got married to that woman. We were last on his list. We watched this man mentally go down a spiral, bro. We supported him after he made those slavery comments, y'all. We stood right beside him. Even if we were quietly standing beside him, we stood beside him. It got dangerous. Kanye gets dangerous. Putting out conversations and conspiracy theories on behalf of right-wing media documentaries after saying that white lives matter and saying that George Floyd died from drug abuse, when we clearly, the whole world saw a knee to that man's neck, is dangerous in a time where Twitter has gone up in their usage of the N-word 500%. It's dangerous when I'm seeing commercials that are paid for by your Republican leaders that are saying that white lives are endangered here because of leaders who are asking for equality, who are putting the most oppressed lives first for a change, who are saying to be careful. My goodness, Bubba. What year is this? Bubba, what year are we living in?
It seemed like 1843, but it's 2022.
We're supposed to be, and they're utilizing people who look like us to help us go back in time on how we're being treated in America. Anywho, child.
Yeah. I want to see this clip. I want to see.
You didn't get a chance to see the clip.
No.
You didn't get a chance to see the clip. So if we have that clip now, Josh, let our viewers take a look at what Kanye said. And if it's warranted, a hug.
So damn that.
And I question the death of George Floyd. It hurt my people. It hurt the Black people. So I want to apologize to hurting them, because right now God has shown me by what Adidas is doing and by what the media is doing, I know how it feels to have a knee on my neck now.
What the fuck?
So I thank you, God, for humbling me and letting me know how it really felt.
So speaking like a man that then lost millions and millions and millions of dollars, basically. So now what you're trying to do, you're trying to save face. I don't, and from what I'm understanding, that clip, that's just a part of the clip.
Just a part
from
of
what
it.
I understand, it's
more.
like it's a 16 to 20 minute actual thing that he's
actually watched.
So I'm just like, bro, you don't think you'll never understand what it feels to have a knee on your neck. Apparently now that's what you said. No, you don't understand. You don't get it.
You really don't get it. You made those comments. Slavery was a choice.
Mhm.
Now you're talking about George Floyd murder wasn't a murder or whatever. It's just a lot, man.
Mhm.
Now
And
you're trying to save face, and nobody's going to believe that shit.
nobody's gonna believe what you're bringing out right now
Get
in
out
our
of here,
lives.
bro. Get
But
out of here.
I would love to say nobody's gonna believe it. People took to social media and said he's now, we got to take him in. We got to do all this. No, if Adidas didn't do what they did, if none of these things happened, Kanye would have never gotten to this point so early. I think
Yeah.
eventually he would have gotten to this point because we see that as a history with a lot of the things that he does. But he would never got to this point so early where he's now saying he's now, and then he's comparing himself to George Floyd.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. He's currently being, we talked about this on the last our last episode. Kanye West is currently being sued by the family of George Floyd for his comments, his lies about saying that he died from a fentanyl abuse rather than the knee to the neck, police brutality. And they, had the plans to file the $250 million lawsuit. Kanye took to Twitter to attack George Floyd's, the mother of his child, and stated that you knew I gave you, I think it was 2 million or however much he gave, allegedly gave her, and said I gave it for at the time. Okay, Kanye, you were speaking on this man's death, but you had in the past gave money to the cause. Make it make sense. And now he started speaking on the mother of George Floyd, or his child's mother, and so he started being disrespectful to her, saying that her hat is ugly and she better step back if she knows. Basically, threatening her.
Wow.
Threatening her and said God loves him. Basically like watch out type of thing. And so since then, I forget his name. One of the people who actually helped bring the George Floyd story to the forefront, who calls himself George Floyd's brother, former NBA player, and I'm trying to remember his name, but he actually now is going toe to toe. And this is what I hate to see. Now we got our brothers going toe to toe, where a lot of people are scared to go toe to toe with Kanye, but going toe to toe with Kanye. And this is what I don't like to see. I just wish Kanye would shut the hell up, pay these people their money, and go about his way. Go about his way. We don't keep having to, they shouldn't have to keep reliving what happened to George Floyd. They shouldn't.
It's one of those things where I think the best thing for Kanye, and I'm sure he's still out there doing this thing, but bro, if you want it to be real, don't just stay the hell off camera. Stay out the media. Send a letter. The letter is best. Send a letter. Do something in private where it's just you and your camera expressing how you feel, why you said what you said, why you did what you did. Then we'll consider accepting your apology.
Yeah.
But right now, it just all looks like it is a big ploy. You know what I'm saying? Because now all of a sudden you got out Adidas contract, you lost all this money. Oh, I'm so sorry. God has humbled me so much. I feel like
in the same
George
breath that he's
Floyd
saying that,
did. It's come on, man.
Yeah, in the same breath that he's saying that too, like I'm so sorry, Bubba. He's tweeting out threats in the same breath. Oh, I'm so sorry for what I did. And then he's tweeting out, God loves me though. What? Like, yeah, God loves me. So you better stop coming at me crazy. And it's like very abusive. They should definitely get him off of the social media that he's on. You're supposed to be open to Parler, right? Go to Parler and tweet that.
Right.
Or Parler that, whatever it's called. His name is Steven Jackson. That is the former NBA player that, calls himself, he was in relation to George Floyd, calls him Georgie, supported the family through this time, got the news out there for everybody, was helping us push the conversation of police brutality, uses celebrity or time in that time to help us push that conversation out there. And so, yeah, Steven Jackson is his name. We are now at the end of the show, but before you did drop something, Bubba, and before we get out of here, on Davido's son, Nigerian artist, singer, rapper, songwriter, Davido, his son that we know with his wife, his now passed 3-year-old. Now,
Three-year-old.
Pat's right now the news is reporting that he drowned, and so we're also getting news with that as well. So as that story starts to develop, because I know I've read a couple of different articles on that this morning as well. So there's a different story surrounding that. So as the story starts to develop, we will give you guys more on that. And don't mean to really keep y'all hanging like this. I hate to just keep it heavy like this for y'all. Bubba, what we got?
I'm trying to see, hopefully, if Josh gets it. A clip from Pastor Jamal Bryant speaking over the weekend, talking about Herschel Walker. Ben posted it up. I reposted it as well too, and actually a couple of people sent it to me. And when I tell you, Pastor Jamal Bryant goes in. Josh, if you got it, let's take a look.
Yeah, let's take a look.
Party of Georgia moved Herschel Walker from Texas to Georgia so that he could run for Senate. It's because change was taking too fast in the post-antebellum South. The state had been flipped blue, and there are some principalities that were not prepared for a black man and a Jewish man to go to Senate at the exact same time. So they figured that they would delude us by picking somebody who they thought would in fact represent us better with a football than with a degree in philosophy. They thought we were so slow, that we were so stupid, that we would elect the lowest caricature of a stereotypical broken black man as opposed to somebody who is educated and erudite and focused. Y'all ain't ready for me today. Since Herschel Walker was 16 years old, white men been telling him what to do, telling him what school to go to, where to live, where to eat, where to buy a house, where to run, where to sit down, where to sleep, where to pay for abortions, where to buy a gun. And you think they not gonna tell him how to vote? In 2022, we don't need a walker, we need a runner. We need somebody who gonna run and tell the truth about January 6th. We need somebody who gonna run and push for the cancellation of student loan debts. We need somebody who gonna run and make the former president respond to a subpoena. We don't need a walker, we need somebody who will be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding, knowing that your labor is not in vain. Georgia, I need you to know the slave Negroes y'all are used to don't live here no more.
Let's go.
Think for ourselves, function for ourselves, and vote for ourselves. Why? Because we don't need a walker.
Let me tell you something.
He said that.
I'm not usually one to accept politics really running through the church, because I see how especially the evangelicals utilize it. But at the same time, I'm like, so who while the Christian black folks are sitting in church not really knowing who the hell to vote for or knowing nothing about politics, and as much as they love their pastor, somebody need to be telling them something about it. And I like the way this is being presented. I don't want to tell you who to vote for now. You know what I'm saying? But why would you vote for Walker? Here's a breakdown of why you shouldn't. Here's a breakdown of the abuse that we are looking at when it comes to Walker. Here is the breakdown of how they got him out here like Geppetto. Okay? Pinocchio. Literally. They're pulling the strings of Herschel Walker. He doesn't know anything different than the life that he's lived since he was 16 years old. The way that that Pastor Jamal Bryant broke it down, who has been on our show before.
Yes.
The way that he has broken it down just now, it's crazy. Now I mean not like all the things that Pastor Bryant says, but I'm right here behind him on this one. I love the research behind this. I love that it makes you think. And also another case of we don't care about what Herschel Walker got going on, but there's a sensitivity to how he was raised.
Yeah.
To why he's going through what he's going through. And this is why we can't have him as a leader. He's not fit. He's not fit.
At all.
My goodness. Today was heavy, baby. And
It was.
Today was heavy. And I just want to thank you guys for being here with us. And it's the first of the month. It's the first of the month. Wake up,
Wake up,
wake up,
wake up, wake up, wake up.
I love you guys so much. And I hope that today you get to see the sunshine where you are. I hope you take a walk outside, a breather outside. I hope that no matter where you are, I don't care if you are inside of that cubicle farm where ain't got no windows or your cubicle isn't next to the window. You listen to me. You go out today. You don't eat that lunch inside the damn office today, okay? You go take a walk around the building, take a drive, put on your favorite song. You experience some kind of happiness outside of that damn office today. Do you hear me? And for those of you guys who are working from home, you got it better than the ones in the office. Stand on that balcony, stay up on that patio, take a breather, take a stretch, put on a 5-minute video on YouTube, do a little workout, play some music, dance around. It's Tuesday. Go get you some tacos for lunch. Don't even order it. Don't you Grubhub it. Don't you Grubhub it. You get into your car, find the nearest taco place, go pick up your tacos or take your computer with you, sit in the corner of that taco spot and eat you some damn tacos. Okay? If you guys love the show that you're watching today, patreon.com/like it or not. Patreon.com/like it or not. If you guys want to support us to keep the show going so that we are here with you on every single Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And Patreon days on Friday. Please continue to support us. Cash App, Becca's Voice, Cash App, DJ X3C, Cash App, Becca's Voice, Cash App, DJ X3C. And I also want to give a thank you to Taj Tweedy. Taj Tweedy, I really, really appreciate your donation. It's definitely, we are trying to hold on. We got some programs that we got to pay for to continue on the show. So your donation and everybody else's, if you would like to give, will definitely help us to do that. Again, if you want to help us, and we prefer it to be immediately because our super chats don't get to us for a minute and the big chunk of it is taken out. So by the time we get it, it's almost like we're getting nothing. Please help support us at DJ X3C on Cash App, Becca's Voice on Cash App. And if you haven't already become a Patreon with whatever amount that you choose, head over to patreon.com/like it or not. Patreon.com/like it or not. Thank you guys thus far for rocking with us. And
yes,
make today a good day. We can mourn or we can celebrate. Go ahead and listen to Takeoff's music. We'll figure out the rest later. I love you guys. Until we meet again, mean it.
Deuces so much. Deuces so much. Show today again, patreon.com/like it or not. Patreon.com/like it or not. Tomorrow we'll have the after party. So make sure that y'all stay tuned, man. We will see y'all in the mañana. And your affirmation for today: I know everything is all right. I know everything is all right. Y'all gonna be great today, man. Do something for yourself. Do something for others. Love on yourself and love others as well. Deuces, y'all. See y'all tomorrow. Deuces.
Tell them, yeah, that's me. Tell them who bring the fire, say, yeah, that's me. Who make it flip, make it bang, ooh, yeah, that's me. Who make the party feel alive, tell them, yeah, that's me. My girl so proud of your boy when they ask, is that your man? Yeah, that's me. And if I'm taking a shot, I don't miss. Who knew I would be at the top like this? And no one made my goals for me. But I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. Cause it's the path that God chose for me. So even if some doors close for me, I still won't let y'all close to me. So please step back where you're supposed to be. Put the game all on hold for me. And sit back, watch me roast the beat. It's in my genes, I'm better than them. And I know my flow too sick, I got the medicine. I'm way at the top, who could take my place? I went too hard, can't feel my face. Who the best in this thing? Tell them, yeah, that's me.